Section 12AA of TCS credits simplified tax compliance for employers and employees. Finance Act 2024 introduced Section 12BBAA to streamline tax compliance for employers and employees by allowing credit for tax collections of TCS during the TDS calculation. Previously, the employer couldn't accept account for TCS paid on the employee's income, leading to potential overtaxation. Under Section 12AA, the employees can declare TCS paid in additional income, such as foreign tours, directly to the employers who might be adjust the TTS accordingly. For example, for the services which is undertaken by Section 26B of Income Tax Act 1961 enables employees to report other income tax TCS paid to reduce overall tax reduction and salary. Key details of requirement Form 12BAA includes employees PAN, TCS particulars, and any property loss declaration. Although the form submission is mandatory, once the employee is provided, the employer is obligated to consider the TCS credited for TDS conclusion or calculation. That adjustment ensure the employee's disposal income reflects all taxes paid and preventing unnecessary deduction. Introduction Section 192 2B of Income Tax Act provides for the consideration of income under the another head of and tax if deducted thereon to be taken into account for the purpose of making deduction under subsection 1 of aforesaid section. Subject to a certain condition, however, there is no provision thereby employer could take cognizance of the TCS of employer. If any of before computing the TDS of liability of employer, keeping difficulty in the view of Finance Act 1924 introduction of amendment section 99192b, thereby employee can seek credit for the TCS. Further, in consequence of the amendment of section 92b of the Income Tax Act, the CBCC issued a notice or notification dated 15 2024 introduction to Form 12BB. This form is extension of Form 12BA. This is specifically designed to assign employees to availing the benefit of tax paid in the additional tax income and tax collected on their foreign tours during the period. The primary aim of Form 12BA is facilitate the accuracy calculation of tax deducted source TDS on salary, thereby ensuring the employees are not overly taxed. The article is delve into the meaning, advantage, and key features of Form 12BB in greater detail. What is a provision relating to TCS that may affect employee? TCS is a time on purchase of vehicles. TCS on the time of remittance made abroad. TCS on the time of foreign to refilling. Relevant amendments made of Income Tax Act under amendment of made in Finance Act 2016 to reduce the quantum of cash transaction, sale of goods and service, curb the flow of unaccumulated money of trading system. To bring high value transaction within the tax net, it is proposed to amend the aforesaid section to provide the seller could collect tax at the rate of 1% from the purchase on the sale of motor vehicle valued over 10 lakhs rupees. Amendment of Finance Act 2020 to widen the deepened tax net, it is proposed to amend Section 206C to levy TCS on overseas remittance and sale of overseas tour packages follow. An unauthorized dealer revived amount of aggregate amount of 7 lakhs or more in a financial year for remitting out of India under the LRS of RBI shall be liable to collect TCS if they receive a sum or in excess of said amount from a buyer remittance of amount out to India at the rate of 5%. Seller of overseas tour package or received any amount from the buyer who is purchased such package shall be liable to collect TCS at the rate of 5%. Amendment of Finance Act 2023. A seller of overseas tour package shall collect a sum of 20% of an amount or aggregate of amount excess of 7 lakh rupees received from a buyer in a financial year. This is an amendment amended and read in TCS credited in financial control. In the case of complaints, the proposed subsection 2B of section 192 is amended to expand the scope of the said subsection to include any tax deducted or collected under the provision of chapter 8B or chapter 18B or chapter 817 BBA in the case where that were taken into the account of purpose of making reduction under subsection 1 of 192. Whether it is mandatory for the employees to inform the employer about TCS, no, it's not mandatory. The word section 192B are as under where the assessee who received any income under the head salary had in addition any income charge under the any other head of income not being a loss under any such head other than the loss under income from house property or any tax deducted collected under provision of section 90 form BB or form B of a chapter as the case may be. For the same financial year, he may send a person responsible for making a payment refer to the subsection of the particulars of such income, other income or particulars of any other tax deducted or collected under another provision of the form B or form BB of chapter as the case may be, or the loss any other under the head income from house property. It is in the form or verified as a manner as may be prescribed. The word may is in section indicate that it is the employee's choice whether it's not to inform the employer and about TCS. Whether it is mandatory for the employer to allow the credit for TCS once undertaking is submitted by the employee. Yes, it is mandatory for the employer to take its account such credit before deducting the appropriate taxes on salary income. For section 192B is under. Thereupon, a person is responsible for aforesaid as shall take into account a particular reference to the clause A, B, C for purpose of making a reduction in subsection 1. The word shall be section indicates that it is a mandatory for the employer to consider the undertaking submitted by the employee. Amendment has been effective on 1st October 2024. Can employer take into account of TCS and may begin 1st April 2024 to 31st October 2024? Yes, amendment has been made to easy compliance and is beneficial for the employees. Therefore, employer can avoid the credit of TCS in the financial year even the tax is collected prior to 1st October 2024. It is in which form the employee shall submit the information. The form is prescribed under the Rule 26B of Income Tax Rule in 12BAA. Which details are required to be submitted in Form 12BAA? The details are required to be filed in Form 20 are follow. General detail: name, address of the employee, plan of the employee, financial detail of TDS collector. Section under TDS has been deducted: name of the deductor, address of the deductor, turn of the deductor, amount of deducted, amount of income credited or received, or any other relevant details. Details of TCS collected. Section under TCS to be collected: name of the collector, address of the collector, TAN of the collector, amount of tax collected, any other relevant details. Loss under the house, income on house property, amount and detail. Is there any documents required to be included? No. Form 12BAA is a form of undertaking. An undertaking is a formal form which one party provides assurance to another that they have fulfilled or will fulfill an obligation or requirement under the law. Thus, the employee is responsible for any incorrect information. The employee is responsible for any incorrect information provided called BAA. This is advantages. What are the advantages of making 12BAA? Form 12BAA streamlines the reporting process for employees and employers, allowing employees to provide details of tax paid and other income source, where reducing tax reduction it helps employees declaring tax paid under one source of income, enabling employer to consider all tax paid while deducting tax source. Reduction of tax reduction subsequently increases the overall disposal of income of the employee.